of pictures from a lot of events that we did around the world as we launched Domino version 10. It was super exciting to be part of that, and I had a great opportunity to get to know a Domino fan like no other. Come on up here so I can introduce you properly. Matt Seeberger. He's been working in the Domino space for more than 10 years now, and he and I had an opportunity to meet in New York at the New York launch event on October 10th. It was actually on October 10th in New York, and it was a great day, and I learned a lot about everything that you've done over the years with Domino. So I'm going to give you this mic so that they can hear you.
Is it on? Okay.
It's on. And I wanted to have Matt come join us today because I want him to tell you all his story. It's a fantastic story. So Matt, tell us a little bit about how you got started with Domino and when that was and why you got started with Domino. I think that's probably one of the most interesting pieces.
Okay, so in 2008, I started a new position at a logistics company, and I came in and like all new hires, you're looking around and what am I working on? And Domino is one of the things that I was tasked with supporting from a service desk perspective. And I'd never worked with it before. I didn't actually really even know that much about it. And over time, as I took calls and I learned about the product, I saw a lot of possibilities for what could be. People would ask questions and want to do things with the product, and it sparked my curiosity. And so over time, I bet Domino can do that. And so, I poked around in the code, got in Designer a lot, probably did a lot of things I shouldn't do. Put things in templates that probably shouldn't be there. But I explored it, and I spent a lot of time, just looking over the platform. And over the 10 years, I went from service desk to kind of a half admin to then a full admin, and then I really started going into more of the application development. And even on that side, it wasn't full on application development, but we did have apps, and what we did have, I took and expanded on and learned. And one of the things I like the most about the platform is that it is that way. You can just over time, I bet Domino can do that, and you get on forums and you look things up, and
I bet Domino can do that.
Right.
I love it.
You,
and it just works.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So now that you've had all this experience and you figured out Domino can do that, where did your company focus on the value of Domino? What kind of apps did you build, and how did your users use the system?
Okay. Yeah. So one of the tasks that we had, and I think a lot of companies probably go through this, but was how do we share information and how do we collaborate together as teams? And so what we focused on a lot was how could we take mail and interactions with customers and make it more centralized so that our teams could work on it in a more collaborative environment. So we built some apps in Domino that would allow the customers to send in requests, and then through there we would have a kind of a workflow of how people would work the requests. And we had several of these apps. A lot of the business groups had their own version of it, and some looked totally different than others. And we really just took that, and it allowed people to really focus on what their work was and do what they needed to do, instead of, that person already had started that task, and there are a lot of disparity all over with people doing bits and pieces. They were actually able to collaborate a lot more, which was really powerful for us.
Absolutely. Collaboration is key. So over all of the years, what's your favorite feature of Domino?
Favorite feature? Oh, that's a tough one. Honestly,
I kind of put him on the spot there, by the way. That's not in the script.
Yeah. So even when I was thinking about features, I was like, man, there's so many features. How do you even talk about what's out there? And to me, the best feature of Domino is that it's solid and it works.
Yeah.
And I know we've said that, but that was one thing that was always kind of a weight off of my shoulders. As I was doing different things, I didn't really have to worry about the platform, running and the platform being stable and, a lot of those things, because it just does that on its own. There's definitely things you can do to make it run better and to, increase performance, but honestly, it just runs. And so it allowed me to focus on how could I better support my internal customers and what could I do to make things work and run better for them and, stuff like that. So.
Great. So I mentioned that we met in New York as part of the Domino version 10 launch. And what in Domino version 10 is particularly exciting to you? You told me something in New York, and I was surprised at your answer. So I'd like you to share that with the audience as well.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's a lot in Domino, a lot of features. And when you look at Domino 10, and even what they're doing now with looking at 11, I mean, the features are just pouring out. And it's really exciting for me because, being a part of the community over the last 10 years, started out kind of not knowing a lot of people and then getting really plugged in. But just to see the involvement and, everybody pouring out ideas, I mean, there's some really great things coming out. I mean, you have Domino query language, you have Node.js, you have all the ways that they're opening the platform there. And then you have all the, other features that are just coming along the product, like ODS 53, to make the databases run better and to have more space. There's all kinds of little tweaks with allowing you to run mail rules, and just a lot of other things. Sorry, my brain's...
Okay. That's okay. I think that it was something along the lines of allowing mail to synchronize in the future or something like that.
Oh,
you said, yeah.
Right.
And you were super excited about that, and it was all around the Notes client. Yeah.
Right.
And
well, yeah,
so,
there's replication, there's better
Yeah.
clustering, there's scheduling mail, there's
Exactly.
all kinds of things.
Scheduling
that
mail,
just,
that's what it was. So-
adding in to make things just that much better, that much more supportive of what you want to do in your work environment, which is, to me, is just great. Because my mind works, I'm always like the 4 a.m., oh man, I need to email this person, but...
And he doesn't wake up at 4 a.m. because he has young children.
Right.
Four under 7, as I recall.
Yes,
so
yes.
4 a.m. he's starting to think about work, and I need to do things, and I need to schedule things, and Domino can do that for you.
Right.
That's right. Okay.
Right.
So what's next for you?
So it's actually really exciting because I didn't think I would be in this position, but I just started with a new company, and we actually are IBM business partner, and I support the IBM I platform, which is another IBM product I'm passionate about. And now I get to be on the side of supporting customers and trying to help people see the value of what Domino can do for them. And so I'm really excited to watch that unfold and see, how I can be a part of what everyone is doing and, be even more a part of the community of building this product and making it great.
Thank you. We welcome that. And I hope that you'll participate as we go through the jams that are coming up for Domino version 11 as well. So I wanted to say a special thank you for coming up and talking about Domino and your experience with Domino, but also, from a 1001 perspective, from the IBM I-Series perspective, what's kind of the parting comments that you would leave with the audience as we prepare to leave the stage?
Yeah. Well, I would say that, this is the best time to be working with Domino because there is a lot of stuff happening. There are a lot of new features coming. There are a lot of new and exciting ways to get plugged in. And one thing I forgot to mention is, thank you to all of you. As I looked out and as I watched you guys come in, there's so many of you that I've seen on social media and that I've asked questions and that, I've really learned a lot from attending your sessions or, hearing you on webinars. And, really the community is what's the best part for me too, is just getting to connect with people, us getting to share ideas, us growing together, us, sharpening each other, and it's just going to get better.
It's just going to get better. I love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for spending a couple minutes with us, Matt.